be monogamous to a woman, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's easy to say when you haven't busted your ass to become a certain individual, reach a certain status, whatever. How about if we went around and told women, you know what? Suppress your urges. You don't need a guy that's 6 feet tall. You don't need a guy that...
Young living every day, giving it to you and cutting straight. Now listen, if this is your first time watching my video, you have not yet subscribed to my channel. So you're rocking with your boy, take a second, click on the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. Now moving forward, man, today, man, it's, a small little thing I wanted to, highlight off of, from, MYRON off of Fresh and Fit, man. He had a very, very, very good point in today's day and age in the Western society. Let's dive into it.
All right, Richard Reynolds goes, talk about the strongest men and women do what has to get done for their family. Real men don't have side pieces if they have a wife. Men can control their urges and be real role models for everyone that sees them. Part 1. All right, man.
You sound poor.
Yeah,
he sounds very poor.
He's a trad con.
Convert to Islam and have multiple wives.
He's a liar.
He's a trad con.
Oh, hell no.
So she said that because typically those are responses that come from men who don't have the financial power, don't have the status to really go out and exercise the right to have encounters with as many women as they truly would like to desire. So as a cope mechanism, they rather just say that it's the bad thing to do. So that's why she called the guy, saying he sounded like he was poor. Because typically a man is poor can't exercise those options. Now, hold on, y'all. I ain't gotten to the part where MYRON really made a point yet, the concrete point that I'm speaking on, but we're gonna get there. Let's dive into it.
Women are upstanding and should be looked up for being a woman, not being fast and getting bodies. Let's be real and not pretend how people feel and act in their 20s and early 30s is what life is about. Loyalty is what you're here for, not fleshy urges. Step it up. See, this is why the TradCon message, it's a great message, man. Here, man, I'm all for the nuclear family and guys being monogamous to their girl and shit like that, but it isn't practical or real. It's not happening, dude. Like, it's just not going to happen. Women are going to continue to be more and more promiscuous as time goes on, and guys are going to continue to either go down in socioeconomic status, not be able to get girls, or go up and then have a bunch of girls.
Yeah. Hold on, Myron, don't black pill me like that. What if the dude is not in Neo-Rome, this whore place called USA? What if he goes to Colombia and lives there?
That increases your chances.
But you heard what he said, y'all. That will increase your chances. This is why I tell you guys, get your money on point, get your mind on point, get your body on point, and get your passport. Because in the West, it's done. You heard the man saying it out of his mouth, right? And that's not just him saying it, it's in general. This is the truth, man. In the West, man, these girls are going to get more promiscuous, right? And it's going to be bad for most guys. Look, we in society now, well, we don't say all, most women, even below average looking women, don't want average dudes. That's the society we live in now. Average girls and below average women think they're better than average men. So where do that leave below average guys or average guys in the sexual market space? With nothing. We live in a society now where it's getting to the point where you're not even going to be able to get any encounters if you're an average dude, unless you Chad or Tyrone. You tall, attractive, charismatic, charming, muscles, tattoos. That's going to be the only outlet you're going to be able to actually have experiences with women if you aren't easy on the eye. If you're easy on the eyes. Yeah, he's 100% right, man. So that's what people got to understand. You making average money in the States, so you can make average money US online. You can go abroad and live and become the 1% man over there and continue to build yourself up over there in a society where you already are more than appreciated at just being average. You never want to settle for being average as a guy, but the point I'm trying to make is you'll be in a place where you're appreciated at average while you're building yourself up to become more successful. And the dollar power goes far over there because, like I said, in the States, it just ain't happening. But let's continue.
Then can you do a wife?
I'm talking about the West.
Because today when we talked about how I'm never going back to not fucking models, right? I'm not going back to whatever the fuck that was. But Myron, do you think once you got a taste of that life, I can never go back?
Here's the way I look at it. Because people try to, because there's been some, arguments from the TradCon saying you should.
hold up. Now, before we get into it, now he about to cook. This is the very good point that I was speaking about. Very, very spot on. Let's dive into it. Before I do that, man, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't be a shadow watcher, man. Subscribe to the channel. But let's dive into it though, y'all.
Be able to control your urges, be monogamous to a woman, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's easy to say when you haven't busted your ass to become a certain individual, reach a certain status, whatever. How about if we went around and told women, you know what? Suppress your urges. You don't need a guy that's 6 feet tall. You don't need a guy that's muscular to protect you. You don't need to get a guy that's your height so that you guys can share clothes. Like, come on. We never tell women this stupidity. We don't tell women to suppress their urges, but we tell men to suppress their urges. Fuck that shit. I don't become successful, make money, acquire the status to fuck one bitch. That's stupid. Just like women don't have their beauty to get some fucking regular guy or some guy that doesn't make any money or doesn't take care of them, whatever. Why is it that beautiful women can absolutely leverage their beauty to the highest extent and get the man of their dreams, but a man can't go ahead and fuck as many bitches as he wants once he earns the ability to do it?
Thank you. Hello. That is a fact right there. Spot on. Spot on. They never shame women for being hypergamous, going after getting the best guy that they can get. And I accept it. I accept the reality in the West. This is what it is. In general, women want the best man they can get. And any guy that's out there watching my channel, make average money, above average money, below average, you're just gonna have to level up. If say you want to stay in the States, you have to become. This is what it is, man. You can't complain about it. They're not going to change. Like he said, they don't shame women for wanting to go out and get the best guy that they can get. Wanting the best guy. They never shame women for doing that. They don't tell women to suppress their hypergamous urges towards getting the best dude, right? The guys with the money, status, the looks, ambitious, charming, charismatic, they don't never tell women to suppress their urges when they come to these guys. Most women want the same dude, whether they below average looking, or above average looking, they all want the same guy. Society never tell them to suppress their urges when it come to that. But when a man becomes successful and he been deprived of what he wanted the whole time, while the woman went out and pursued what she wanted at 18 from just existing and not having to work for it, when that man finally get there and get inside of the ice cream store, you want him to suppress his urges and just try one flavor and keep on walking. Like MYRON said, no, forget that. Men should be able, when a man busts his behind and he become, which takes years and years of consistency and losses, having to learn and finally get to that threshold, he should be able to try as many flavors as he like without no kickback from nobody. If man shot to suppress his urges once he gets inside the ice cream store, then guess what? Women should suppress their urges when it comes to dealing with a high value man. Then, when you an average looking female, go be with an average guy, be happy with that dude, and suppress your urges. Not utilize your hypergamous taste and radar when it comes to higher status men. He was so spot on when he said that, man. That was a fact, man. He cooked on that one. But let's continue.
And these
Why is that? You fucking retard tradcons. Like, why is that?
And these same tradcons are still jerking off at home.
Like, at the end of the day, the only way you're going to be able to combat this fucked up sexual marketplace where women control all the leverage is you have to have multiple women. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Having multiple girls makes you more attractive. The girls respect you and they follow you more.
That's the truth. Because in this day and age, the women typically have the leverage when it comes to the average dude or below average guys, right? Because women got all the options. All the men is chasing after them. But when they deal with a guy of higher status, the game changes because the men of higher status play the game better than them because guess what? Now he has access to multiple women that look just as beautiful as she or even more beautiful. So if you a female and you used to having the guy that's average or below average guy by the nutsack, and you control and manipulate, get what you want out of these dudes, but then you deal with a guy of higher status and you no longer have that power. See, that power's been taken away from you because guess what? He can do what you do, but better. Because guess what? Beauty's common. Men on his level isn't. So when you get access to him, which is a very rare commodity, guess what? You have to acclimate to what he got going on or you're out of here. And when you leave, you risk the opportunity of never meeting a guy of that status again. Because again, like I said, Beauty's common, but high successful men aren't. Successful top tier guys aren't common. So if he got all the options, guess what that's going to do? Make her more so fall in line, like Myron said. That's a fact, man. Women are attracted to men that other women are attracted to. And when she see that you're a small percentage of men and that she can be easily replaced by women that look just as good as her or better, that's going to more than likely make her fall in line. Because most of the time when a woman deal with a guy of a certain status, right, she get access to this guy that's successful and powerful, that's respected, it's hard for her to go back after that and go date a regular dude. They can't do it, man. They can't. Watch any, you notice like a lot of those girls who date basketball players, rappers, etc., entertainers, notice when they done dealing with one rapper, what they go do? They either get passed around by the rest of them entertainers or they go deal with somebody else. They can't go backwards, man. They can't. And we can use Brittany Renner as an example, who was having a hard time. She got a baby by a successful man that play basketball, right? She's had encounters with other guys in entertainment industry. She's too accustomed to dealing with guys on a certain level, not just the money, it's the mindset, the ambition, the competence, right? The charm that come with dealing with these kind of guys. They come with certain traits. They come with having a lot of money and status. It's hard to deal with a guy on that level and go backwards. And that's why Brittany Renner's having a hard time now. Not to get off topic, but this is what Myron's talking about, man. You have to, that's how you keep stuff in line, man. It's the truth. Because think about it. As a guy, you get with a girl and you tell her, oh, baby, you the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, you done. Because that's your way of saying that you maxed out like a credit card. I can't get no better than you. Once you tell her you can't do better than her, guess what happens? She starts thinking she better than you. And then if she thinks she better than you, guess what that's gonna mean? Guess what that is? Setting yourself up for at some point her leaving. But they play chess. They'll make sure they find your replacement before they leave. You see what I'm saying? You have to be in a certain position as a guy. A woman needs to know that she can always be replaced. This is a fact, man. And I don't care if somebody don't agree with me, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Women need to know that they can be replaced. In a Western society, a very attractive girl with a whole bunch of options need to see that there's women that look better than her just throwing themselves at you. That's going to be pre-selection. Guess what that is? That is an example of a woman who sees she can be replaced by women who look better than her. Like I said already, she's going to more so fall in line when she sees that kind of setup, that demographic with a man. If she don't see that she can be replaced, guess what? She don't feel afraid to lose you. And if she ain't afraid to lose you, guess what that means? That's going to be a firm indicator on her behavior, the way she's going to act towards you. Yes, absolutely. A woman need to be afraid. If I do XYZ, this thing could be over for me at any given time. If she feel like she can't lose you, guess what start happening? She get comfortable. Then they get comfortable, they start pulling back. Then next thing you know, you're in a marriage, you got kids and stuff, and guess what? She ain't giving you no blowjobs. You know what I'm saying? She ain't letting you tap them sugar walls and activate them waterfalls. She's starting to pull back, time out. She don't feel like it tonight. They start slacking and they get lazy and comfortable because they know that you can't do no better. Long as they know it's a girl lined up, look better than her, ready to take her spot, that's going to keep her on point because she knows she got to continue to perform. If she don't perform, guess what? She gonna be replaced. It sucks. I hate to say it, man, but this is how it is in a Western society. And some guys might be thinking, man, I don't want to deal with that. This is why I say, get your money on point, get your body on point, get your mind on point, develop them social skills, man, to get you a passport, man. Because this is what it's going to be in the West. This is how it is. And women going to continue, like he said, to be more and more promiscuous, sleep with more and more people. Guess what? The more experience they get, the more experience you need to be as a man so that you can understand how women operate so you don't get finessed. I agree with that message. You can't go in there blind-eyed, don't have no experience with women, and then try to go marry a girl who's more socially calibrated, more experienced than you are, man, she's gonna finesse you, man. That's just the truth. And then a lot of them, they get bored so easily, bro. Their minds, their feelings change like the weather. They get bored easy. Pay attention to certain things. Even if you live with a woman or go to your auntie house, your mom house, how many times that house been switched around? Any girl you know, whether you're in a relationship, your sister, whatever the case is, go to their apartment or house. How many times they switch that house around? They get bored easy. We like structure. They like change. They like excitement, bro. This is a fact. Listen, man, that's the point I'm making to y'all, man. And I just wanted to highlight that moment right there and state some true facts, man. This is just what it is in the West, you know. And I can honestly attest to what he's saying, not from reading, from experience, man. I've actually been out here. I know what he's saying is concrete. I know a lot of different people, a lot of other guys as well that's been out there, man. It's concrete information. That's all I got to say about that. Be on your purpose, be on your grind, get your money on point, get your mind on point, get your body on point, develop them social skills. And like I said earlier, man, get you a passport, travel to a destination of your liking. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Hey, and then after you can't unsee it, you might decide, you know what, man, forget this. I'm going to go back to the crib, you know what I'm saying, tighten things up, and I'm going to go move overseas. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. So you're rocking with your boy, man. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Listen, I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Yeah, got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the Wayne way. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no